Holy fuck, I know. It's surreal, especially the more I reflect on the entirety of my life. Not just this specific journey, but how it was all interconnected. That's the crazy part, is just how everything is interwoven. But I also know that, like, this kind of made me realize a lot of people don't know my lore. I always feel like an open book, and I'm like, why don't people understand me? Why don't people know me? There's a lot that I have not shared. I'm open in the moment. Oh, I'm going through some healing. I'll be BRB or whatever. But I don't always, like, I tell a lot of stories, but I don't know if they're like lore filled or not. And I say that because there's kind of this understanding or belief or rumors that go around. I've heard from a variety of people in a variety of different ways, but people don't think that I've been through anything. I make everything look really easy. And so it's like, it's always conflicting to me. I don't know how I'm making this look effortless, because it's not effortless. I guess I'm just Saturn ruled. It's in my blood, it's in my stars, it's in my destiny to have this legacy, I guess, and to suffer so gracefully. I think is that mix of Saturn and Pisces and Venus. I could get into my chart, I don't mind. Anyway, the whole point of this is if anyone cares, if you want to hear the lore about this transformation, very specifically within like this video or what's happened, because like I was dealing with heart problems. I was 22, 23 years old and going through heart problems and all of the stuff going on with my face. Things were rough. I was definitely dealing with not just one person. I know in the caption I mentioned like a man that I was with, but what he, not just who he was, but what he represented in my long traumatic psyche. Just there's a lot. So if anyone wants to hear the lore, let me know. I've been debating on doing a podcast story time about it. I've kind of been like, I don't know where to start. I don't know what people care about knowing about me, but it's like, share your story, share more about you. Because I write my story a lot. So I've broken down a lot of these experiences in my writing. So for people who are curious about the lore or the transformation, that's where you're going to get a lot of the raw details. But I guess in my storytelling voiced videos, I tend to be refined in like a different kind of reflection. There are different wisdoms and different mediums in some really cool ways, but I don't know. I just never felt like people would care. So I don't know why to do it, but I always like, well, certain people of certain mediums will love my diarist writing, right? Anyway, it's been brought to my attention to share the story, to share stories about my life, how I got to where I am, because people have witnessed such a transformation. I do this all the time. This isn't my first transformation. It won't be my last. I think this is just my largest and most public transformation that I've gone through, and that's also due to the shift of technology, me being more of an adult and independent. There's a lot of reasons, but I guess anyone who wants to know, let me know. And then any lore that people want to know, just I guess comment and let me know. I'm gonna start reeling out some other story times, not just about my creations and things, but I guess about me, about the creator behind the curations, because my work is deeply embedded into myself and like my healing journey, my spiritual journey. Every piece has an aspect of my own inner philosophy that I have cultivated through years and years of doing this work, of being born into doing this work and being a teacher of this work. Anyway, to try to keep this short, just let me know if you or anyone want to know the story behind all of this. I don't know if I'll do it on TikTok. I don't know if I'll do it on my YouTube with like because it's gonna be long-winded. It's a long story. This is a huge chunk of my early 20s that dives into my inner child, which dives into me making the decision to do everything that I've done over the last 7 years now. I'm excited to share if anyone cares, but there's also, because like I tend to be an open stream of consciousness, if there are specific questions, please comment them below and let me know. But thank you. Hair flip. I am very happy to have come out on the other side.